following announcement has been paid for by the New World Order.
Music today. This is a bitch fest here about that crap we saw on Saturday. The fix was in. It was 100% fixed. Oh, it's blurred out.
It's blurred out for copyright and image rights likeness.
Well done, StreamYard. That's impressive. Oh, yo, what's up? What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Couchcasters podcast. Sorry for that crap bag intro. We're trying some new software tonight, and apparently it sucks. So we're probably going to roll with this episode tonight and then make some changes after that and try to get rid of this. I'm going to call the software latency because that's really what it is. It's everybody's screen is pausing and freezing and all that crap. So this
it's
is
off the
fantastic.
rails,
Good job,
Jeff.
Melon. Thank you, Melon, for that.
Melon, StreamYard. We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. We'll see how this goes.
Mm.
Big week, fellas. It's been 2 weeks since we talked. Really, a lot of stuff's happening. Big Iron Bowl win for the Tide. Wasn't quite as dominant as I was hoping, but it was there. Auburn hires a new coach. And Bama basketball knocks off number one. So
Oh, that was insane.
a lot of stuff going, but I know Parker wanted to lead with something. So what's up, Parker? What do you want to talk about?
Well, I do got to say it, guys. This is to one of the schools that I went to. This is a shout out to the St. James Trojans. Won state today for the 3A state title. Won 45-28. Broadcast led by Sonny Brassfield and Brad Omergost. Head coach Jimmy Perry, first state title with St. James. Been with them for 10 to 12 years. Really proud of the team. Really glad it's first state title in St. James history. They had only made it to the quarterfinals, and that was in 2003. Shout out to them. Glad they were able to get to the end goal. But go Trojans!
Go Trojans! Go Trojans from Montgomery. So good job, fellas! Congrats on the state championship. So this in-state championship goes to the Crimson Tide this year with a 45-27 win over what was left of the Auburn Tigers. The shiny new Cadillac didn't quite have enough of heart and fight when eventually the guy across from you is just faster and better. So, eventually it runs out when the guy lining up across from you is better. So anyway, start things off right. Gentlemen, raise your glass. Here's welcome to the show. Shout out to Pete and Nick, the Podfathers at ATG Cast. Here's for some bad takes and sour brown liquor. So drink up.
And a little shout out to the Cameron Crowe over in Kuwait. He does come back in about, we are in December, a month and a half. He comes back at the end of January. Thank the good Lord that he is okay. Hope he gets through the rest of it and gets back to the States in one piece.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
That would be good. That would be good. And then he's going to come on the show and we're all going to have some fun. So there we go.
Oh, it's going to be good.
Is it good? Oh, it's going to be good.
If Fonzie and Hunter know. Oh, Lordy.
Yeah. Well, it's I'm looking forward to having him join the ruckus, join the madness that we have going here. So whenever he gets back, we're looking forward to you joining us, Cameron. Wherever you are right now.
Apparently, we're in nowhere land right now.
This
Invisible.
is great stuff here.
Sorry, guys. We are now visual, but only audio right now.
Hey, audio's fine too. We're ugly anyway, so
Hey.
we'll just go audio. If it doesn't buffer in audio mode, then we'll just go audio mode.
Audio's
God damn
fine.
I put
You
on
know
my
what?
Dolphins jersey for nothing.
Oh, who's the
No,
Jay-Z?
it's okay.
No, it's okay.
Did you wear your Ryan
After that
Tannehill jersey
triumphant
again?
win against the Texans, you know.
Did you wear your Ryan Tannehill jersey again? I told you about wearing that jersey.
Oh, we got a
Right.
message. We got a message at 7:27 from a Miss Heather Newton. What up, y'all?
Heather!
Heather, what you
Hey,
doing, girl?
Heather!
Woo! Thank you for joining. Now we're gonna be talking about. Oh, HT.
Yeah,
HT.
sorry you
but
can't
no,
see
we're-
us, Heather. The software sucks.
Wait. Start video. Oh, everybody, go click your own video on your. What? What just happened?
I tried the same thing. It kicked me off.
What?
Yeah, this
Technical
we should pay them
difficulty.
again. This software.
Yeah,
is
they
great.
should take more of our money. Impressive.
Melon, I am not happy.
I am a melon.
I
Oh.
am a melon. Wait, Jeff, you're. it's a
See,
black
everything's
screen.
frozen. Everything's frozen again. Latency problems. Bug the podcast.
Latents.
And there it was over after that. These yahoos didn't have shit to do, and then the latency problems, and that's it.
Oh Lord. Well, oh lordy.
Yeah, Heather's a colleague of ours. She works with us. We love Heather. So,
Thanks for the support.
yeah. What the hell is happening here?
Oh Lord.
I give
Oh,
up.
Lord. I give up. Run to StreamYard. Run to StreamYard, please.
Yeah. Hello, Melon.
Turns out melon servers run on a
And
potato.
of course, getting a phone call right to the thank you very much. God.
Yeah, this is going to be deleted off the YouTube channel the second we end the broadcast. He
Let's
is
do a
wearing a
restart.
Tannehill jersey. I was just
Let's
kidding.
do it.
But you are wearing a Tannehill jersey.
Hey, let's do a restart. Please.
I knew it. I knew it. It needs to be Waddle House, but no, you can go with Tannehill. That's cool. Can
It
you
is Waddle.
unstitch the-
Can you see it?
Yeah, and then the camera freezes up right when he turns around. Sure, it's Waddle. Sure. Yeah, sure, it's Waddle.
Oh Lord.
Here, I'll
Yeah.
do
A
it. I'll do the
Synonyx
waddle
jubitus.
dance.
Jeff,
That's
we're-
it. We all doing the Waddle dance.
We're gonna have to do a restart. There's no way. We gotta do a restart. This has been a
Restart in
atrocious-
live TV, Parker. There is no restart in live TV,
Oh.
man. Sorry.
live.
I wonder
It's
where
just
we're not
out there.
sponsored, guys.
The giant dump that is this software is out there.
Yeah, this is really snowballed. I thought it was just a bad link, but
Yeah.
it's,
No,
it's
it's
horrible.
Parker. Did you haul a tree?
I did haul a tree.
Did you?
It was a
Did you send an
Christmas
email
tree.
around the office telling everybody you were going to haul a tree?
No, I told a couple people. It got around.
It got around in that fishbowl that is Alpha.
Quote unquote.
It did get around. Yeah.
Where's Jeff? He's gone. All right. I'm
Well, my camera is
you know what?
acting all
We're gonna-
jank. So I'm
Here's
just
what we're
going
gonna
with
do.
the
We're gonna
icon.
go stop videos. Everybody just go stop the videos. We're just gonna do audio from the rest of the time. We'll keep it going. All right, let's pick up, guys. Come on. All right, Jeff, take it off here. Auburn, Alabama game. Let's go.
Yes, I thought that was about what it should have been. I figured Auburn would score first. They would come out the gate firing, they would score first on us. And then we would just kind of, outlast them in the end. And that's pretty much what happened. Although Golding still won't spy the quarterback. So, Ashford just was running for days. They ran for 350 yards. Ashford had 150 of them, mainly on busted plays because we don't spy the quarterback.
No,
literally their only strategy.
No changes
It
were
made
made. Very sad.
No sense. That's the one thing that we absolutely should have done against them, and we didn't do it. They were running some really, really weird packages from like 1946 that was working really well.
Hey, they know how to run the ball.
So credit to them for that. But those busted plays with Ashford just scrambling, there's no excuse for it. Whenever
we
know
don't
that's what he's gonna
spy
do.
anybody.
So,
Why?
ever.
Here's your good
Why does
stat for
Fool's
you.
Golding hate a spy? I don't
Hey.
get it.
Good stat for you. It's the second most rushing that Saban has allowed at Bama. The other time was against it was that 2011
Georgia Southern.
Yeah, Georgia Southern 2011 when the reference Saban said they ran through us like shit through a tin horn. So and guess what? It wasn't much better. Watching
I'll
Saturday
drink
night.
to that. Those of you can't see, brown liquor going down the.
So no, but I'll give credit where credit is due. Towards the end of the season, once you lost against LSU, you got nothing. In my opinion, you had nothing to play for. But they came to play the rest of the season, and they could have given up, especially in the Auburn game. Not have got hyped up for that, and they got a W, and they're 10-2, and they got a chance to play, in my opinion, a chance to play for a Sugar Bowl against whoever we play. I don't care who we play. And that brings up the topic about the Tennessee fans out there.
Oh, we got more people joining us in the chat. Hey, Sydney, Hannah, Heather, some alpha people. That's pretty cool. Anyway, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Well, Tennessee, here's the thing. I get the head-to-head matchup, but you got boat raced by Georgia. Who? Boat raced when I say this.
By the albino.
That's the last point I was going to make, actually. You got boat raced by Georgia. Expected, okay? They played at home.
No
you got boat raced by an unranked South Carolina team, people.
Go Gamecocks.
You let him beat you. Oh, Lord.
South Carolina had a tight end lining up at running back. And he was just torching them.
What happened?
Tennessee.
That alone is just disqualifying.
They gave up 63 points. They gave up 63 points to the albino. It's amazing.
He had 8 passing touchdowns going into that game.
That's NCAA 14 numbers.
I think he had 8 in the first half of that game.
He was close. If
he had one,
he was close.
Hey, one of his first passes was a pick 6 in Clemson. Oh, no, sorry. That was the other game. I'm sorry.
We're talking about one.
The other one. The other upset that South Carolina had against Clemson. First drive for South Carolina, and Rattler threw a pick 6. Everything was supposed to be all fine and dandy for the Clemson Tigers, but that did not end the way it did.
Spencer Rattler.
They broke their 40-game record.
I'm so happy about that.
That makes me so
happy.
I'm
just glad somebody else got Steven Garcia other than us in 2010.
Please don't mention that name.
Yeah.
Please.
Stefan Garcia.
You know what? The running back that year, what was it? Lattimore?
Yeah.
One of the best. Yeah, I feel bad for that situation, but we won't dive
before he got his leg bent the wrong
way?
Yeah,
that's twice. He had twice. Tore his ACL, and then one of the worst injuries I've ever seen in college football.
Oof,
but is what it is. Is what it is.
Yeah, so it went like I expected. Bryce was Bryce. The receivers looked our receivers looked a tad better. Still made some iffy stuff with them. Not really good routes. I thought Bob actually called a decent game for once. I know he's shocked hearing me say that, but I thought O'Brien actually
not
called
what I
decent
want to
game.
hear. He did. I thought he called a really good game, actually.
Yeah,
That's what
Which
he
is
needed
kinda
to do to get his
scary
next
'cause-
job.
kind
That's
of
what he
ticked me
needed
off.
to do, get his next job.
You're right.
Don't you ever underestimate that, okay? Saved his best place for last.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
but
he
I
sure
will
did.
say, I'll say this though. He called a good game. There you go.
I mean, that was the best game he's called in 2 years, in my opinion. Maybe the Georgia SEC championship game last year could rival that, but for the most part, those are only 2 games that were any good that he called that were any good, in my opinion.
He
But
might have earned himself another
kudos to him.
contract in Tuscaloosa. So
No, Fonz, get out of
God,
here.
don't say
Always.
that. Get out of here with that.
I'm just saying.
All right, and Fonzie's out.
And he's gone.
And
He's gone.
And he's back.
And he's back. Oh my God! From the top rope.
I'm sorry, Mr. Marsh. It didn't work out.
Dirty Dan, the garbage man. And we're back. Yeah, so that was the Golding didn't call a very good game, I didn't think, really at all. Got bailed out by some players making some plays, but not spying another running quarterback is I don't get it. I don't get the philosophy there. He probably knows more football than he's probably forgotten more football than I'll ever know. But it just not spying running quarterbacks continues to bite us. I mean, Jaden Daniels beat us with his legs alone. I mean, that guy couldn't throw his way out of a paper bag, and we let him just run the team to victory. I don't get it, but whatever.
It was a atrocious game.
So Golding still didn't call a very good game, although Bob actually did, which, like you said, just sets him up for his next job, which isn't going to be Nebraska, Auburn, or Wisconsin,
Bob
or UAB,
or
Or
Georgia Tech.
FAU.
Or Georgia
or
Tech.
FAU. Yes, I saw that.
Oh Lord.
Who went to FAU again? I forgot.
Tom Herman.
Herman.
He
That's
did.
it. Herman. That's it.
Guy needs another shot. I really do think that.
Hey, here's irony. The guy that just hired Hugh Freeze is the one that turned him in when he was at Ole Miss. Unless I'm mistaken, Cohen was the AD at Mississippi State, and that's who reported Freeze for whatever violations there were. Unless I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that Cohen is the one that turned him in.
Well, nothing will ever happen from that, right?
No, not at all.
Oh,
Nothing
how are you
so.
guys feeling about that hire?
Ooh.
I mean,
Mm.
it was a good hire for it was a splashy hire for him, and they needed a splash.
I expected
especially
it
after their
actually.
flub
Isn't that
2
what we
years
called
ago.
2 weeks ago? Right, Jeff? That was the
Yeah,
best.
I mean,
option?
it didn't shock me once the Lane Kiffin rumors fizzled.
Mhm.
That I figured that Freeze was going to be their immediate next target if he wasn't already their first.
Mm.
I don't know how much truth there is to the Lane Kiffin to Auburn rumors, how much traction there really was.
Agreed.
I
I
personally
it's an
think
okay hire.
yeah, I mean, it's not a bad hire. It's a better hire than they've had than the last one.
Right.
It's about the same as the Malzahn hire to me. I mean, they're 6 of one, half dozen of the other, really, in my opinion.
I mean, they have reasons to be excited. I think he'll get them back
Sure.
to, what
I
they've
mean, he
been.
did wonders with Malik Willis. He got that guy drafted.
Mhm.
I mean, his
So.
results on the field can't be argued. Now, off the field, he has some questionable
wins some
behavior,
big
but that's
games.
whatever. But but his on the field
That's,
results.
hey, that's neither here nor there. What are you talking about? That's not
Yeah,
that's not relative, right? Right?
Yes.
Is that what everybody's
No.
saying? It's not relative.
Relative.
Oh my God! Don't even get me started.
So it'll blow over in a couple weeks, and then it'll here we go. And Hugh Freeze is back in the SEC, which we all knew was coming at some point. Somebody was going to hire him.
Didn't like somebody say like he'll never play in the SEC again though, or did I
Or
make that up?
coach? Yeah, no, he would
Well,
never coach.
Yeah,
Didn't Sankey wasn't Saban going to hire him as OC a couple years ago, and Sankey or several years ago, and Sankey blocked it
You're
because of all
exactly
that. or
right.
something?
Yes, he did.
That is
He did.
correct. Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yes.
full circle.
He's like, hell, Auburn will screw this up. I don't need to intervene.
Jesus.
Yeah.
All you got to do is beat Bama once, go 2-10,
Yes.
get fired,
We'll double your buyout. Yeah,
and you're guaranteed $20 million.
yeah.
That's it.
Best job on the planet.
Best job on the friggin' planet.
But no,
Harson's like, I didn't do shit for a year and a half and just got paid $20 million to go away. So
But no, we are eager to hear from the Auburn fans out there. If you've got anything to say on if you agree, disagree with the Hugh Freeze hire, especially about this.
I will say the Auburn fans
Retaining.
I will
Ooh,
say
go
the
ahead,
Auburn
go ahead,
fans
go ahead.
I know were really committed to Lane Kiffin and are like, oh my God, no, we don't want Hugh Freeze. Never.
Well, I'll say this to that. How about Hugh Freeze keeping Caddy? How about that? Best movies made so far. I agree. I'm sorry. That is a fantastic move.
I mean, certainly
I would
had
agree.
to keep him, I feel like. I'm surprised someone else didn't snag him, to be honest. There's still the possibility, obviously.
yeah. Well, he's associate head coach now, so when Freeze gets fired in a year and a half, at least he can grow right again. They'll be like, guess who's back as interim coach, baby? Dun-dun-dun. Back again. Caddy's back. Tell a friend. So yeah, that's a good hire for them. It's better than the one they did last time. I'll give them that. So, I mean, that was the hot name. That was the. What's that?
Do you think Auburn will actually commit to Hugh Freeze and not just give him like 1 year to turn everything around?
No, they will commit.
You think they will?
They have to
Yeah,
at this point.
Because after this, it's
yeah.
just going to become a stigma now.
They have to. And don't be surprised. I was talking to somebody earlier tonight. If he is listening to this podcast, then he will know who he is. Stated that I honestly stated what did they finish this year? 5-7? Is that right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Who, Auburn? Is that you're talking about Auburn?
Auburn. Yes, they
Right.
finished 5-7. With the Hugh Freeze hire and how the transfer portal is now, I could see him picking up a couple players and being an 8-4 team next year. No doubt. That's just my opinion.
I think that's possible.
I said
that's possible.
I said 7-5 is more realistic. 8-4 would be it is the higher end, but I think it's going to be an 8-4 the way his offense runs, really. So,
Well, he's going to win some games. He's going to get some players. I mean, he'll probably do really good with Ashford. I mean, he did well with Malik Willis, a running quarterback that can't throw very well, and he had an offense designed for him. So I can't say that it was a bad hire.
He
I was
won
hoping they
football
kept
games
Cadillac.
with Bo Wallace.
Yeah,
So
he won football games. I mean, you can't argue with him. Can't argue with the on the field stuff. So Auburn will be competitive again. I mean, the SEC West has got some good coaches coaching in there between Lane and Leach, Saban,
Kelly.
Now Freeze. I mean, the West is a bloodbath, man.
I heard you forget a name in there, actually.
Sam Pittman.
Oh, Pittman.
Oh, actually, no, but I accept that.
Okay.
Jimbo.
Who are you thinking?
What, Jimbo?
Oh, Gumbo, of course.
Jimbo.
Who
Yeah.
could forget?
Jimbo.
Who could forget the Gumbo? Yeah.
Little Jimbo. Come on now. Hey, Texas
Although
A&M.
somehow
Texas A&M. How do you feel, Texas A&M, for paying $10 million for $100 million, 10 years a piece for that? All right. How do you feel about that, Texas A&M? You let me know. It's okay.
that was an interesting move.
Smart.
That was an odd move.
So sad. So sad.
Yeah, but so I mean, I think that's a good hire. I think that's the best hire they could have made. I was kind of thinking, Luke Fickell or Matt Rule might get a call, but most of my Auburn friends I asked about that were like, no, didn't want anything to do with either one of those two. So I was like,
surprises me. I think I'd actually take both those guys over Hugh.
Yeah, I mean, considering who they just got rid of, I figured either one of those guys would be a win. But most of my Auburn fans I know were just like, no, didn't want either one of them. Didn't want Freeze either, but they're they got to just accept it now
Agreed.
because it's happening, and he's going to win some games. He's going to go 10-3.
I will
Brian
say
Kelly.
that-
Brian Kelly will be a 10-3 every year. They'll be 10-3.
I will say though, I
Although-
wonder if the rumors with Lane Kiffin kind of screwed him on the Egg Bowl.
Possibly.
Oh, it definitely did.
Yeah.
No doubt. I mean,
It's hard to avoid distractions like that.
Well, how
in a
about
way,
this?
I
Not
kinda
even-
feel bad.
not even Lane Kiffin, but the players.
That's why I'm getting it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm right there with you. I mean, it's tough. As a player to hear, oh, he's gone. It's not the truth.
Yeah.
Not the truth. I mean, you just gotta. It's the wild, wild west nowadays, people. And
I mean, the
college
West
football.
is a freak show now. Like, I mean, it's about to be murderer's row going through the West,
Well,
and Georgia
glad-
will be waiting in Atlanta every year for the next decade.
So, how about this? Have y'all heard about them doing away with divisions in the SEC?
Yeah, I did hear about that.
So, how about this? It's supposed to be the top two teams in the SEC once you do away with divisions, which now I believe versus maybe a year ago, the pod system would have worked. Now I'm like, well, it's all fair ground now. I mean, everybody's able to do the transfer portal and NIL, and it's plug and play. I've seen 5 or 6, if I'm not correct. Somebody correct me if I'm not. If I'm wrong, sorry. About Alabama players that have entered into the transfer portal, and I'm like, oh,
I think there are nine have entered in.
are we really? Okay, damn.
I
more
can't
than I
name
thought.
all 9 off the top of my head. Some I know are Damian George, of course, Holden, Christian Leary, Trey Sanders, Kyrie Jackson. There's 5. Hopefully all the assistant coaches, so that'll be what, another 20?
Yet to be decided, apparently.
All of them. Every one of them needs to hit the portal, top to bottom, except for the Dictator.
The dictator.
But anyone right below him and down, all need to hit the portal. Portal time, across the USA. Portal time. Hey. Just get out. Every one of them, I'm telling you, every one of them need to go. Name one position group that looked good this year. I'll wait. That's what I thought.
Silence.
That's what I thought. I mean, you could always say quarterbacks because of Bryce Young, but, Milroe didn't light it up when he played. He had a long run in the Arkansas game, but
Bill O'Brien's the quarterback coach. So,
well, there you go. I think
just put
that's
that the rest real quick.
I think that's what we all explained everything. So yeah, I mean, I know it's a lot of it's scheme. because O'Brien's basically running a Tecmo Bowl playbook, and so a lot of it's scheme, but none of the groups of positions I thought played well. Some were average. Some you looked good because the players' talent overcame the bad coaching or the bad scheme. Jahmyr Gibbs comes to mind. But although the running backs actually weren't bad, so whoever the running backs coach is, I'll say did a good, pretty good job this year. But I can't think of any other group that just stood out as being awesome.
No, maybe kicker, but special
Please
team
let him
coach
come back for senior year, please. Will Riker, please come back.
But that's Riker more, Fonz, because every kickoff we get a flag for a block in the back, or every punt return there's a flag for a hold or a block in the back, and it's
that's what I was saying. Yeah, we already fired our special teams coach, so clearly
they already let him go.
Yeah, we let him go before the Iron Bowl, so
he go
nice.
He go.
How did I miss that?
It's just a blurb on Twitter, so
it's okay.
Well,
that's the way. Hey, that's the way this year's
first
gone.
Domino. The first of many dominoes to fall, hopefully. Because they all got to Gizzo. They need to do line them all up and do like Vince McMahon. Have Vince McMahon come in and fire them all.
You're fired.
Yeah, see? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You're fired.
Love it.
Yeah, that's how they need to get rid of every one of them.
Hey, if anybody didn't know, we love our 90s WWE, WWF references around this place. So
when is the XFL coming back? That's what I want to know.
The XFL?
The Rock is bringing
that back. XFL.
The Rock's bringing that back, man. Spring football, baby.
Oh, that's right. The Rock. He's like everywhere now. And I'm like, dude, go back to making movies. You were cool then. Now you're just a weirdo that shows up in every time you turn on the TV.
It's okay. Everything he's touching right now is.
And then he did that weird rap song thing.
It's about power.
Well. That's it. Power, respect, money. I got them back. I'm like, what?
Shout out to Ballers on HBO though. Parker knows what I'm talking about.
Oh,
that's a good
Ballers.
show.
Great show. Great show.
I think I've only watched the first season or first two seasons. I'm not current.
Total of 5.
Okay, I watched the first 2 seasons. I haven't watched the third one.
It's really good. It was really good.
Yeah, that was a good show. I'll admit that was a good show.
HBO, you got it. You knew what you had at the time. Still do.
Yeah, that was a great show. Hibbo knocked it out of the park there. But yeah, it's been a minute since I watched it.
God, I remember it was like freshman year of college, Parker.
That it was.
God,
that it was.
So
it was our senior year of high school.
Oh,
yeah.
Nick in the house. What's up, my man, Nick?
Yo, Nick, what's up, my friend?
Hey, Melon won't let us use our cameras, Nick. But we got our brown liquor we're sipping. So if you're listening, everybody have a drink.
Enjoy.
So we're just going audio tonight, Nick, because whenever we put the cameras on, it goes berserk.
For our audio listeners,
damn it, Melon!
Taking a sip.
Melon,
yeah, it's probably just my crap bag computer. Honestly, my little 8 RAM 2012 MacBook. It's probably the main problem. Melon's probably fine. Sorry, Melon, for giving you bad pub.
Investment time.
I know. We bought our kids a computer for Christmas, maybe. Not me.
What? Money? With kids? What are you talking about?
What is that?
You guys think we're going to sneak into the playoff?
No, absolutely not. And we don't deserve it. And we don't
deserve it, but there's a very real chance a couple things happen that we.
Ohio State's ahead of us. That's who they're going to put in over us.
No, Ohio State lost at home by 25. They're out immediately. They're out.
Look how the ranking is now. It's how it is.
They're immediately out.
If TCU gets blown out,
By who? The
and
Kansas
USC
State?
loses.
Kansas State hadn't put up the numbers.
Kansas
Come on.
State was kicking the shit out of them until the fourth quarter.
But they lost.
They did,
That
but
sucks.
saying that Kansas State can't come out there and blow them out, I mean, it's probably not going to happen, but it could.
Neutral
And if
field.
it does,
Where
I'm
do
just
they
telling
play
you
Big
what
12? Where do they
I'm-
play the Big 12? Where is it?
Oh, jeez.
Is
Dallas?
it in Dallas?
probably,
Is it Gerald?
probably.
Kansas ain't that far. I mean, they could bring fans. It's possible. No, I agree. Anything's possible with how everything is now. Absolutely, anything's possible.
I mean, with the recent upset,
And I think
you can't
TCU
count.
is.
Yeah,
I think
that's a good point.
I've been saying TCU was going to lose for the last 3 weeks, and everybody knows how well that's turned out. So
Well, this
TCU's
is my
been on the ropes a lot.
yes, agreed, Fonzie. They've been on the ropes a couple of times here, and this may be my homer. This is my Bam homerness shining through in what I'm about to say here. But does anybody have 2 better losses than we do?
4 points
Does
is
that
tough.
make sense?
4 points is tough. I agree.
I mean, who else said?
But I'm a
we lost-
Bammer,
Both of our
though,
losses are on the last play of the game on the road versus a top 10 SEC team. Anybody else can say that? Ohio State got blown out at home on national TV by Khaki Pants. TCU
That must be
struggled
so
with
good.
it. USC lost at Utah. Although
They get
USC is going to be in.
They're going to play.
Tennessee lost at home to Albino. They give up 63 points. You are out. I don't care what happened in October in Knoxville against Alabama. If you give up 63 points to Albino in South Carolina, you're fired.
You're
Like,
fired.
no playoffs for you. If you get blown out at anywhere, no playoffs for you. That should be a new rule. If you get blown out by more than 20 at any point, you're out. You don't get to be in the playoffs and lose and get blown out in a home game at some point. You don't get to do that.
I think
And this is
TCU
me
is like
being the
this year
reasonable fan.
Cincinnati.
Yeah. This is
What's that, Hunter? Was that Murph?
Go
I
on,
think
Murph.
TCU is just this year's Cincinnati. Every year they pick a Cinderella
Yes.
story, a
Yes.
team that nobody has literally ever freaking heard about.
Agreed.
And then next year it's on to the next Cinderella story.
Yeah.
Because
And
at
what
the end
happened
of
with
the day, you're supposed
Cincinnati?
to play football, and they'll play against Georgia and just get embarrassed.
Yeah.
Anybody want those
I was about to say,
opening
what happened
numbers?
to
Anybody
Cincinnati?
anybody want those numbers? Georgia by 21 to start off. I'm going to guess that one.
Is that
It
your
wa-
prediction?
That's I mean, that's this. I'm going to say that's going to be the starting point, being 21 plus favorite. They're playing.
Can Georgia scored 21 points? They hadn't scored. They hadn't been playing very well lately.
Against
against
USC,
the Big 12. Against the Big 12 defense, maybe, or a Pac-12 defense. Yeah.
Well,
I
USC
mean,
runs that Big 12 defense.
well, there you go. 21. I'll stick with it. I mean, I think
That's fair.
what's the first playoff game is the Peach Bowl, right? Is that right?
Is that the first playoff game?
For if the matchup were to stay as it was today,
Yeah.
is that right? Is it USC that would be 4?
I guarantee you, nobody wants to play Alabama
would
in the
be
playoffs.
USC at 4.
USC at 4.
USC is at 4, and if they lose to Utah again, they're out. TCU gets
Yeah.
blown out; they're not staying at 4. They're just not.
No.
So they got to put 2
No.
more teams in, and we're 6.
Mm.
So unless the committee changes their mind, we have
They
a
can't put Ohio
pretty
State
legitimate
above
chance.
us. I don't care if they've only lost 1 game and we lost 2. They got blown out at home on national TV. That
I
has
am
to
with
count
you.
for something.
Well,
I
I
am
think
with
the answer is
Yeah.
already said as it was.
I mean, the conference championship games are already been completely nullified. Like, nobody cares about them anymore.
That's
I mean,
true.
if I'm Georgia, do you even play any of your starters this Saturday, or do you rest them for the playoff games?
Agree. Like here's the thing about it, and if if you want insider information, it's definitely not for me. So there you go. The players transferring right now for Alabama, I mean, somebody knows something that obviously we as the common fans and commentators and personal opinion makers don't. Obviously, if they believe they had a chance, I figured they would stay at least to have a chance to play for the playoff, right? I mean, for a playoff game. Am I wrong in thinking that?
Yeah. Hey, I like the conspiracy.
I mean,
Well,
maybe.
I'll say this: every single guy that's transferring either had a job right in their hand this year and completely fumbled it away, or weren't contributing in any way at all.
That's
I
true.
think it's more about
Bingo.
the current state of football than just like
Bingo.
some grand conspiracy that Alabama's
yeah.
just magically not in the playoff now, which we
I
shouldn't be. I agree. We didn't earn it, but I mean, Trayshawn Holden has not played nearly as much as he did in the first half of the season because
Agreed.
he can't run routes. He drops wide open
Fact.
passes. I mean, he's
Fact.
dropped 3 or 4 touchdowns this year. Damian George played one good game last year and found himself in the lineup. The 2 prior weeks after that was horrible. Kerry
Awful.
Jackson's having a ton of issues, clearly,
Yes.
on the field, maybe off the field.
And it was his job to lose
Yeah.
He
to
messed
start the
that up.
season.
So-
It was him and Kool-Aid. And then they even played the freshman, just waiting for Ricks to get right.
Yep. So
Which
I mean-
I was surprised. I thought Kyrie Jackson played well, even in the national championship game when he gave up those long passes. It wasn't like he was burned. He just the other guy just made a play, and one
Yeah,
of them
I mean,
it was a
he's
second round pick for
steady.
the Steelers in Pickens. So I was going into this year. I was thinking Kool-Aid and Kyrie Jackson were the 2 lockdown corners that we were going to roll with. And
Mhm.
just, Kool-Aid stayed on the field, but Kyrie, got replaced by Arnold about the 3rd week and never played again.
Yep.
And Terrion Arnold,
was
is
it.
he a freshman or a sophomore? I look,
I think he's a
freshman.
freshman.
Okay. Wow.
He is a freshman, but I don't know if
Yeah,
he's a
so-
redshirt.
We'll see. These portals it's an interesting game. I'm waiting for the Brockermeyers to hit the portal. I mean, they were both highly recruited and
They're next.
and they can't even get on the field. Now, James, the center, I didn't expect to play for at least 2 years. You never see freshmen playing center. That's too difficult a position, I think, for a kid to walk in from high school and play effectively.
I just showed you how bad we were at center.
We're just calling out blocking schemes and and blitzers and all that stuff, and whatever. It's too much for freshmen to do. So I didn't expect James to be in the center mix for at least a couple of years. But Tommy, I figured. I mean,
Was he the 5
when Evan Neal left, I thought it was Tommy's job to lose, and then they're like, "Oh, we had to go to the Vanderbilt to get a left tackle," and I was like, "What?"
Well, there's some of that I'll say this, Jeff. Papa Ely, my father, had to mention on that. Do you know what James? What's the other Brockmeyer brother? James was a 5-star.
James
the
was
other
the center.
4. Yes, he was one. The other
James
one
was the
a 4.
4-star center. Tommy was the 5-star left
Tommy.
tackle.
So it was James and Tommy. Do you know in Tech? This is how they play in Texas. So, from what I've heard, it was like 3A or 4A football over there, which compared to Alabama, let me give you some facts, people. 3A, 4A football over there is not what 3A, 4A football is over here. They have like 8 or 9A, all right? They got teams over there that have just got monster talent over in Texas. So they're good competition, but not, I would say, elite competition. 5 stars all over the field. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, would I be surprised if they were to transfer? No, absolutely not. I actually expect that to happen. maybe go back to the old faithful, old UT, back to Texas. So I don't know.
That's
We'll see
I
what
think is going to
happens.
happen. They're going to wind up back and playing for the Longhorns.
Yep.
Old Steve.
That's just a random guess to me. I mean, I was shocked they left Texas, but I mean, they can't. Our offensive line has been bad for 2 years in a row, and neither one of them can even get in the depth chart. You know, I mean, we're like Booker's he's a walk-in freshman playing rotating each guard position. You know, Latham played last year in the mix. You know, I mean, it's like they can't get these guys in the rotation. So,
do we have anyone coming in next year? Sadly recruited on the line? No. Welcome Formby. It's from Tuscaloosa.
Who?
Wilkin Formby.
They did hire. They did have a Viking. They did sign a Viking in the offensive line class. What's his name? He's a Viking though. He's a Viking.
Olace Allerman.
There he is. He's like from Poland or something.
I hope he's just a mauler.
I know, right?
Just a nasty
just
person.
turn him loose. Like he doesn't even wear a helmet. He just goes out there in like some Viking horns or something. And just starts mauling people. That'd be awesome. Or wherever he's from, Scandinavia or wherever he's from. Do you have where he's from right there?
It says Windsor, Connecticut, but with a name like that, I don't think that's right.
No. Maybe that's where he went. That's where they moved, but he's not from Connecticut.
He moved from Finland his junior year.
There he is, Finland. He's a Finnish. So it'll be interesting to see him. Yes, Will Riker needs to come back for his super senior year. That's a given.
Has he announced yet? Has he?
Yeah.
No. Or has he?
Hasn't?
I don't know if he has.
I don't know if he has.
I haven't seen it. Maybe he has. I don't know. I'm sorry.
I've seen it everywhere. Didn't come from his Twitter or anything, but I've seen that they said he's coming back. So
well, I'm gonna hear it from the man himself. But
kickers don't need to leave early.
No. So, guys, I don't know how we're gonna wrap this up. Anybody got any ideas for the future for some college basketball? What do y'all think about that?
We have a really good team this year. Really good team. A lot of length, a lot of hustle. It's going to be a defensive nightmare for opponents. If we can shoot just any semblance of consistently, we're going to be a problem for some people.
Yeah,
because this team can defend their ass off.
You can tell that was Nate Oates' like number one objective. You know, with this season's defense.
Yes, agreed. But it worked. At least so far. I mean, the UConn game was a bad game, but we're gonna have bad games still. But the grit of this team, the hustle of the team, and the length and the depth.
Young, very young.
They played 10 guys. They're playing 8, 9, 10 guys in the rotation, which I know will probably wean down to about 8 by the time we get to the tournament. But shoot, man, Bediako 16 boards, 3 blocks. Like, jeez.
He's unreal.
Actually looked like a big man.
This Sears kid, too, is really impressive.
Yeah.
I didn't know
loving
much
the
about
Sears
him,
kid.
but he's a good player. And we have a nice test next week against Houston. We might pick off number 1 again. So
that'd be fun to watch. Pick off number 1 twice in a week or 2 weeks. I mean, they looked great against North Carolina. I mean, that was a great game. That was a fantastic game to watch. I'm glad we won. I probably wouldn't feel that way had we lost, but still, that was I
was on the road and I came in on the first overtime, and I was like, "Oh my god, that was awesome!"
Yeah, that was an incredible game.
Yeah,
mean,
I see we're playing South Dakota State on Saturday. That should be
Yes.
They're 3-4, so that shouldn't be too bad.
They should take care of business. Yeah, they should take care of business there.
Agreed. How about what's going on with the Auburn Tigers? Anybody know anything on that?
Well, basketball,
Yes, that's correct.
I think they're
Bruce
undefeated.
is
I think.
fat.
Because they were a basketball school last year.
Oh, I think Bruce
They're
Pearl is
15th,
very
guys.
competitive. Yeah, I think we're tied. We're tied for 11th right now
We're
nationally
11th,
with
we're
Arkansas. So, we'll see how that goes. Yeah, that's all I gotta say on that.
Just salt in the wounds.
Salt in the winds, baby. Salt in the winds.
Did you guys see
if we
their?
don't- What's that, Fonz?
Did you see their box score against Northwestern last week?
No, I did not.
43-42 final score.
What?
Absolutely wild.
What?
So Auburn shot 13 of 50 from the field, and Northwestern was 14 of 56 from the field.
Good grief.
Fantastic.
What a miserable game to watch. Jeez almighty.
Anyway, just yeah.
That makes me
Crazy
feel
numbers
so
out
good.
for you.
I love
love
that.
it.
Now,
Good
guys,
for the
I will say
Tigers.
FSU is a very, proud basketball school with a 1-8 record as of right now.
Are they 1-8?
Yes,
Oh my god!
it's really good.
Ah!
Who
Is
was that?
Leonard Hamilton still the coach?
It was so bad that I was offered tickets. He was like, you know what, I'm good.
Who? What was it? What was this team?
FSU.
Oh God. Oh God.
They're usually
Is Leonard
pretty good,
Hamilton
too.
still the coach, Murph?
Well, I heard drama is that they hired this new coach from like Spain or whatever, and FSU bought his plane ticket and they banned him from the season, but then they knocked it down to 16 games. So there's the first 16 games he's not allowed to coach for, and that's probably why they're 1-8.
What happened to Leonard Hamilton?
I'm not sure. I guess they just found this
He
guy.
was there forever, it seems
Yeah,
like.
he was.
He gone.
Wow. Not anymore.
Gone.
Well, that's a good way to wrap up the show. This has been fun sitting here BSing for the last hour. Dang, the hour goes by quick when you're just sitting here drinking liquor and making fun of the SEC teams that have losing records. So good times.
Hey, at least they got their football team back somewhat.
Let's go.
Yeah, somewhat. But yeah, so we'll reconvene maybe next week. Get some more basketball chat. Maybe we'll have some. Well, we'll definitely know the playoff matchups by this time next week. So that'll get all sorted out Saturday with the conference championship games, and then they'll, I guess, announce Sunday or Saturday night whenever they do the final CFP brackets. And then it's expanding to 12 teams in a couple of years, which is going to be pretty cool. There's going to be some home playoff games. I doubt Bama will ever have any because we'll probably be in the bye window. And then 12 teams in, and the first two teams get a bye, I think it is. And then first round of playoffs are all at home. And then the second round of the playoffs start the bowl sites. And then the championship game, the first year of the expanded playoff will be in Atlanta, and then the next year will be in Miami. So I did hear that today.
Very good.
Which is cool.
It'll be
12-team
2024
playoff.
season.
I mean,
2024.
yeah, I think it starts 24. I think
So
it's
next
24
year
season.
next 2023 season will be the last year of the 4-team playoff. So
the current 4-team structure, correct?
So as Lane Kiffin would say, get your popcorn ready. It's about to be a lot of fun.
It is going to be a lot of fun. So roll tide, everyone. Fonzie, Murph, Parker, thanks for coming on. Had a good time drinking liquor, talking trash about some SEC. So we'll talk again in a couple weeks.
Roll Tide.
Till
Sounds
then.
good.
Roll
Tide.
Tide.